This video, we're looking at the outside of the brain. On the outside of the brain, you have some important structures. A gyre and a sulci. What's the difference between a gyre and the sulci? And then what are the lobes of the brain? And then why are these colors different than those colors right there? So let's kind of look at it. So if you stick your probe or finger into a groove, any of those grooves are going to be a sulci. So a sulci is going to be the groove. The bump on top, all of these bumps on top are going to be the gyres. Now, if you're looking at these, the lobes are kind of difficult, but there are ways around it. And to look at it, they're just going to mimic what the bones on top of them are. So the bone right in here is going to be frontal bone. The bone right back here is going to be parietal. Occipital is going to be back here. Temporal is going to be right here. And then this is the cerebellum. One thing to kind of look at, you'll see a dark red and a dark blue. The dark red and the blue is separated by a central sulcus running down from the midline all the way down to this little fissure or this little sulcus right here. It has a name, but we're not going to look at it for this class. Right above the central sulcus is the primary motor. So that's your primary motor cortex. Just behind it is the primary sensory cortex. And if you look at it, you're like, I don't know if I can tell those structures on here. You still have the central sulcus. You still have the primary motor just in front of it. And the primary sensory is just behind it, which means all of this is going to be your frontal lobe. All of this will be your parietal lobe. Back here is going to be your occipital lobe. And then right here where you see that little sulcus again, that's going to be the beginning of the temporal lobe, and everything else remains about the same. So even if you don't get the one with the nice colors, you can still tell the lobes of the brain on the other models in the lab.